What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Rokoko Office Hours. Let me adjust this audio. Always the weak point, audio mixing. But yeah, let me know if that's too loud or too soft. I'm Sam Lazarus, creative director for Rokoko. And if you haven't been to one of these office hours before, this is just a time when we're live. You know, you can ask workflow questions about Rokoko, about other motion capture stuff. And then usually we do something kind of creative in the background and we make some motion capture. Sorry we're getting started a little bit late today. Reality jump, what's going on? What's going on, chat? But for today's kind of creative, thing that we were going to do, I thought we could take another look at DAZ 3D. Even though we've spent some time with DAZ recently, I just found a new workflow. Yeah, and SquarePeg, good to see you too. It's been a little while. Yeah, we have a facial motion capture solution, but the problem is always, where do you get characters that are rigged with facial blend shapes? And so, especially with the new announcement that came out from Unreal about this new metahuman animator, which is going to use it's going to use an iPhone, but then it's going to take this kind of more high-res, less like blend shape dependent, seemingly, kind of capture of your performance. And I think this will really change things. So I was kind of thinking, I was like, God, okay, so I'm going to have to use Unreal for good, facial motion capture, I guess. But if I don't want to use Unreal, what are my options? What's going on, Civil? And so one option is DAZ characters and character creator 3 characters. But the problem recently with both of those solutions has been, for me at least, getting like the eyeballs working correctly. And so I just found a new reliable, if expensive, very upfront with that. This workflow we're going to be going through costs money, is kind of expensive. I mean, it's all relative, it's $100. Which is pretty pricey, but it works really well, and so I think that that's valuable to take a look at. And also the person who makes the plugin is pretty reliable with updates, and if things go wrong, will help you out. So I don't feel bad plugging the Lalo plugin for DAZ. But anyway, so this is a DAZ character that I've gotten some facial motion capture on, and while this workflow does go over a way to get facial mocap working within DAZ, and this just looks great, by the way, in my opinion, for not a metahuman. This looks really good. What it also does is it allows us to export out a character that is rigged for facial motion capture, right, into Blender or Cinema 4D that has the right Apple AR Kit facial blend shapes that allow it to be piloted easily by facial motion capture. Now, there are other ways to export characters from DAZ or Character Creator that allow you to have blend shapes, but I just find that they're kind of wonky and they don't work the way that I want them to work, usually, or there's something weird about them, and this just seems like a really reliable way to do it. So if you're looking to get facial mocap from Rokoko or from an iPhone onto DAZ characters, this might be a good solution for you. There's many solutions, and so, I never say anyone is the best. It's just merely another tool, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create some facial motion capture. We're going to jump. I'm in my suit. We're going to make some mocap. We're going to get it onto this character, and I kind of want to see just how high quality of a result can we get in about an hour. So we'll see what we can do. So let's jump into Rokoko Studio. Looks really good, though. I think this is going to look really good. So let me close this, though. DAZ, we don't need you. And we're going to jump into Rokoko Studio, and we're going to record our movements, right? So I'm in a Rokoko Smart Suit Pro 2. That's what I'm wearing. I'm going to throw on my smart gloves, which just plug in directly to the sleeves of the suit. Boop. And then I'll power up the suit just using this generic battery pack that I have right here. I'll probably get rid of my sexy little circle filter because it's good to see, I think, all of, as much of the movements of what I'm doing for the mocap as possible. So let's do that. Let's Actually, you know what? Here, let's... Boom. Okay, let's create a new project. We're going to call this 230406 office hours. And the project is going to be called Facial Mocap Daz. Kana, what's going on? Yeah, it was kind of a late start today. Internet problems. Hopefully it doesn't cut out again. Having lots of internet problems recently. Okay, plugging in. And I think what I want to do, so with this workflow for Daz, there's a there is an app that is made by the plugin creator where we can create facial mocap. But then we can also use, Rokoko facial motion capture. And so I think I want to try it both ways. Usually what I would do is just use the Rokoko facial motion capture and then stream or copy that mocap onto my character in Cinema 4D or in Blender. But I want to see how good the quality is from this this plugin. So I think doing some Blender testing, fun, Kana, get it. So I think what the scene is going to be, it's kind of an old man. I have that cool hazmat suit, and so I thought the scene could be like, this old British man. Let me turn off the fan in here. I gotta turn off my fan. Hold on, because we're gonna record some audio for this too. Oh no, where am I? Oh, there it is. Turn off this fan. A little loud. And so he's like an old British man. And he's like, he says something like, comes out of the shadows and is like, excuse me, sir. I'm getting the feeling that we should be on our way, or something like that. Like I'm getting the sense. So like mysterious, and then fade back into the shadow, and like looking around and kind of, weaselly, scientisty kind of vibe. So let's do it. I think what I'm actually gonna do though, again, is I'm gonna record firstly to this app from the plugin, like the Daz plugin creator, and then we'll do some takes using Rokoko motion capture. So actually we'll do the Rokoko motion capture first. Let's do that first. So I want to make sure I'm on the same Wi-Fi network, which I'm not, as my computer, and then I will just boop boop boop, thinking. There we go. Let me also turn off the background blur. Then I'll open up the Rokoko app, and as soon as I do that, you can see, we should see something pop up right here. Look, Sam's iPhone, connect, allow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. And if we add this to my guy, there we go. We got some facial motion capture. Okay, so let's record using the Rokoko facial mocap first. And this will kind of be, we'll see what's better. So here, I'm gonna do a calibration pose. I'm gonna make this even a little bit bigger. Okay, calibration. Good question from, can't quite see. Same, Aaron, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Hey, is there a way for using more morphs instead of the 52 from the Apple AR kit for MetaHuman? So there is, totally. You just have to use a program like Faceware or FaceGood. You can't, not through Rokoko, right? Rokoko is limited to the Apple AR kit 52 blend shapes that we're seeing right here, right? So there might be a way to like use our mocap to drive more blend shapes on the MetaHuman. That sounds complicated. There are definitely ways to use other facial motion capture or do custom things on MetaHumans. So yeah, there are ways, but not through Rokoko. So, and not through an iPhone. An iPhone uses the 52 blend shapes. Another question from the waiting room. Hi, Sam. Question for Rokoko Studio. I created a loop using the segment, and my loop will run 16 seconds. When I export the mocap, it's only exporting the segment and not my entire timeline. Yes, so when you create loops in Rokoko Studio Legacy, because that's the only place you can create loops, you can create segments in the current Rokoko Studio that we're in right here. It will only export the segment, and so you need to export. You need to drag out the timeline, you know, to get the rest of the as soon as you create one of those segments, it will export the segment. So you need to delete that segment to get back. Yes, the new MetaHuman thing is going to be the way to do it. And that's why I was looking at this workflow that we're going to be going over because I'm not an Unreal user natively. So for me, I want to be able to do stuff in Cinema. And so and you're not allowed to technically render metahumans in anything other than Unreal. So this could be another solution. The new metahuman thing looks crazy. Metahuman animator. Oh my God, it looks amazing. Okay, so let's do another calibration pose, and then we're gonna do some takes here in Rokoko Studio. Yeah, you can use the MetaHuman utilities, but MetaHuman Animator, that's gonna be the shit when that comes out. It looks crazy, which is not out yet. As soon as it is, we'll have a tutorial. Okay, okay, what am I doing? Yes. Excuse, sir. I'm getting the sense that we should be going. Yeah? Okay, something like that. Let's do it, let's try it. Sir, I'm getting the sense that we should be going. Yeah? Let's go. Gods. Okay. Let's check it. Let's see our expressiveness. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is good. This is good so far. That's sir. It's okay. It's pretty good. Let's do another take. I'm gonna do this a couple times because this is we're doing one take. I want to get one good shot. Here, okay. Let's do another calibration because it just doesn't hurt. Calibrate. Okay. Let's try it again. You know, I'm getting the feeling that we should be getting out of here. God, what was that? Let's go. It's my intense British accent. Nice, waiting room. Well, if it works, it works. That's always the, you know, that's always the thing. Okay, I liked the way he came up on this more. Okay. It's good. I think I want to come up and like look around more, really get some expression in the eyes. It's always amazing how difficult acting is, right? It's like making CG is one thing, And then you try doing mocap and you're like, well, now it's not about how well you can simulate the cloth. It's like about, can you convey emotion and feeling in a way that is compelling? Let's try it again. You know, I'm thinking we should get out of here. God, what was that? God, that's so bad. Okay, I'm just deleting that. I gotta delete that. That was just bad acting. Gods, what was that? What was that, sir? God. Come on. Act, damn it. Damn you. Okay, let's go again. You know, I'm thinking it might be time that we left. God. And they'll be here before we know it. Crap. Batman voice. Let's try it one more time. That was good. That was pretty good. Let's try this one more time. I liked that a lot. Good job, actor. Give my notes. Okay, one more time. Let's go. And then we're going to try it using the other method, which will also be good. Okay, let's go. You know, I'm getting the feeling like we should be getting out of here. God, they'll be on us before we know it. Oof, I think we gotta just stick with it. I think, because I want to keep cruising. I don't think that was very good, though. Don't think that was very good. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. Come on, we gotta do good acting here. This is gonna be good acting. You know, I think it's time we left. God, we're all gonna die down here. Whew. Okay, so now we're gonna try it with the other app. Essentially, we're going to unpair with Sam, and we're going to try this other one. And with this one, we're going to basically need to do a motion to sync up. And you can't see it, but it's, it's an app, and it's just reading directly into the iPhone. But let's try this, because I'm super curious if this is going to be way better. And at the very least, we'll be able to preview this within Daz to kind of get a sense of how our performance looked. So that's kind of cool, I think. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do a recording. Let's record here. You know, I'm getting the sense that we should be leaving. Gods, let's go. Stop. Okay, let's try that. And that's what we're recording. Unless anybody wants to see the suit do something. We're gonna actually jump in and start making some characters do some stuff. So any last requests for the suit? I'll drink some coffee, play the Jeopardy music. Any mocap requests? Any ideas? You want to see me jump around? You want to see me do a karate kick? We released a new update filter for the suit recently. It looks so good. So smooth. Sir? Drink. Okay, I mean, it's always amusing to watch people drink coffee, I think. Delicious. Let's see the character retarget. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so interesting. We might close down this for now. And let's open up Daz. Woo, we're going to Daz. We're going to Daz Studio. We're shutting this guy down. Let's unplug the old glovies. And we will transition to seated transformer mode. I've been tucking my gloves into my suit's pocket every time I take it off recently, and that's been really nice. Whoop. Yeah. Ooh, I get to go back to my nice circle. Yes, you know that we're all excited about that circle and that depth of field. Ooh, looks good. Okay, so we are going to be using this necromancer guy. And yep. Okay. Loading him up. Okay, so he looks pretty good. And are we going to go back down to a seated position? Yes, we are. Let's do it. We need our chair. And the last thing, we'll be doing this. There we go. Okay. Let's do it. So, we've got this fella here. Zoom in. There we go. Okay, we got this fella here, Necromancer, right? And so the plugin that we're going to be using for this is called Face Mojo. It's from this guy Lalo 3D. He's been making these Daz plugins forever. Again, this is a Daz specific tutorial, but that is okay because Daz, this is a reliable workflow, is a very tricky thing to find, in my opinion, that gives you good Apple ARKit facial mocap shapes, especially on non-human creatures, because there's tons of Daz characters that are non-human. And actually, maybe we'll download one of those and check this out too. So basically, you download this script, and this plugin is $100 for these scripts, essentially, that work within Daz. And what they do is they allow you to either bake facial motion capture from one of the multiple apps on the App Store, or use the Lalo 3D facial mocap app, which is what we just used in that last take to record a take, or you can use that. And that works really well with the plugin that he made, which is not surprising. But you can also use the other ones. And I think the important thing is that, again, this is going to work like pretty reliably. And what I've found in the past is, especially for facial motion capture blend shape rigging, a lot of like Character Creator and Daz, the native tools that they have are not very good at doing, they can't get the eyes. For some reason, they seem to exclude the eyes. Maybe I'm just bad at using them, who knows? But, you know, I've played with them a lot, and in my experience, it's exciting to have something now that's gonna be really useful. Yeah, he looks great, but he's got so much character in him. This is such a good character. Like, lit, this will look so good, and that's not something that's necessarily given. It's really hard, right? That's why metahumans are so great. They're really realistic looking characters. And even with Daz, a lot of them look really video gamey from 2010 and not very good. But now, so I went and I downloaded the facial mocap take that we recorded. I got my guy selected. I'm gonna double click, you know, JSong, add JSong, and this is what I just uploaded from my iPhone and downloaded. And then we get this option, head rotation smoothing factor and facial morphs smoothing factor. I'm gonna leave them all at 1. It's gonna bring in head movement, which we actually are gonna need to kill because we're gonna want to match it with the mocap. But look at this. Okay. I wish I could see it without the head movement. I'm sure there's an easy way to do that. Okay, well, I'm curious. So either way, we basically, for either way, we're prepping this character by adding this animation, we've now baked in the Apple ARKit blend shapes. That's what's really important about this workflow. This character essentially now, if we export it, it will have this animation on it, but we can delete that animation, right? Kill that animation, and what we're left with is a character that is prepped and rigged with all properly named Apple ARKit blend shapes that then we can use for a million other Apple ARKit stuff. Then you could bring it into Unreal Engine, and you could easily hook it up to Live Link, and like not even our facial mocap, their facial mocap. It's the head motion is coming from the app, but we are going to, we actually don't want that because we have body mocap, right, that we want to use to drive the body. So either way, we're going to export this. However, before we do that, I kind of want to delete that and redo it and add some of that facial smoothing. Ooh. Okay, actually. And then while we're at it, Daz. No, not Daz Studio. Excuse me. Let's go. Let's turn the music up a little bit. So I'm just curious. Let's go to utilities again. JSong. Add in this take. Smoothing 2. Let's just make it a little bit smoother. And then I've got all my. This is where you have all your purchases for Daz. And I want to find a non-human baby. Like a very non-human. Like. Ooh, I got so many options. This is such an exciting thing. Okay, because also, like, with my old workflows, even though it was very possible to get animation onto a character, a non-human character, which is what Daz does so well, it has these non-human characters that allow, but you can still use ARKit mocap with them, facial mocap with them really easily. The problem is, like, sometimes the teeth don't work right. and stuff. And so if I can do that within Daz and have it all be taken care of, like for example with this guy, it's doing the brows, it's doing the eyelashes, it's doing the tear duct, all in one animation go. So all that animation, so I think the smoothing definitely helps, but that's all being done for me. We should be leaving. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't look... Oh, it's tough. It's tough. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe the Rokoko takes... I think... it's Sir. I think it might be time for us to be leaving or something. Yeah. Okay, but we'll do that in a second. We'll export that, but first, let's look at the real strength of Daz. Right. Let's open it up again, because I just installed a big old alligator character. And let's see this facial mocap on a big fat alligator named Sobek. It's nice, I can hear the music a little bit. Ooh, it just faded out. I think it's a lot of copies of the same song. Let's move on. Let's open Daz. Let's go. There we go. Any time code support in the Face Mocap app to sync with audio later? Nope. But Character Creator 3 or 4 now has that kind of stuff. But no, not natively within Rokoko. So let's see if this works. Utility, add JSON. Ooh, it's gonna work so good. Look at this. We got an alligator. And he's got things to say. Wait, is it doing that weird thing with the teeth though? Is it not working with the teeth? Yeah, I think it's not working with the teeth. Where's jaw? Yeah, so you can see some characters, like, it doesn't like the skinning on the jaw being opened. So this is a bad character, so it doesn't work with this. It's disappointing. But let's find another inhuman character. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, modern ducky. Let's install this one. Howard the Duck. We got Howard the Duck coming up. We got a lot of aliens. A lot of assets. Ancient Horus of Greece. We got an orc. We got the cute old teddy bear. Okay, we're installing. Maybe in the meantime, yeah. I'm going to export out our necromancer. And then you'll see what we can do. We're gonna bring it into Cinema 4D and we're gonna have a prepped character ready to go. So utilities, let's add it. Let's up the smoothing factor and let's export this guy. And we are going to export it into our project folder. Necro from Daz. And then for all these options, we're gonna do an FBX 20. There's some weird things with Daz, like this. When we export this, it's not gonna include the normal maps. If you use the Daz bridge to go to Blender, it gives you the normal maps. The normal maps are actually in your Daz library for each character. The normal maps help so much for these characters. They are essential. So you need to make sure that you're using the normal maps when you, and this is going to take quite a bit. You know, we're exporting out all this animation. We really didn't need to, because again, we're going to kind of delete it if we decide to prep this character just for future use, which I think makes sense. But it might look good. So we'll see. We'll see. And then in the meantime, we are downloading our Howard the Duck. We'll see what the animation looks like on that fella. Oh my God. We're waiting for things to go. Tick, tick, tick. Let's go to the Rokoko Instagram. Loading. What do we got? Yep, we got the update that happened. Oh, this was some Ian Hubert's. Oh, the second episode of Dynamo Dream, which I haven't watched yet. Ooh. Sorry, the time code is not... the face shapes have been generated, well-welded games. You can jump back. We used two methods. We used an app from this Daz 3D creator, Lalo. And then we also used the Rokoko method, which we're going to be jumping back into and using in a second. Man, I cannot wait to watch this episode. I've been seeing behind the scenes for this scene for like a couple months, I feel like, for like a year. Oh, Blender. Ian Hubert. Oof. Great demo from Knack Montages recently. Looking really good. Looking really clean. How we doing here? 71%. Got more to look at. I always like this from AV Tones. These renders are so good. I just love this idea. Oh, it's such a fun way to look at the mocap. Oh, one of the entries for our contest that we did recently, Love at First Move, for the dating app. Oh, such a freaking good thing. Suman, when will we get the Android version? It's a great question. We're still working on it. It's not here yet. It's been a really tough nut to crack. We're still working on it though. No, I have no date. I've not played with one yet, so it's not coming out really soon. I think I can say that with a lot of confidence. No. Let's open up Daz again because I want us to check out this duck, and then we're gonna go into cinema. Let's open up cinema at the same time, baby. Development is active, but it is, yes, we have a lot of things we're trying to do, you know. But we do. There's a bunch of stuff happening on that front, actually. So there might be. I think there might be news. It's actually not that far away. Possible integrations. We are waiting for it. I know I'm waiting for it too. I'm an Android user. I hate being tied to an iPhone. Really, the person to talk to, though, is Tim Cook. Like, the iPhone, it's the, you know, they hold everything behind, which is their right, but they, you know, if they hadn't bought up, what was it? I forget who they bought to make Animojis, but it basically snatched that sort of facial animation from Android. Using those 52 blend shapes, you know. Okay, Daz, here we go. Meow face. There you go. Okay, figures. We got Howard the Duck, Modern Ducky. Let's see how creepy this is. See, this is what is so great about Daz. Show me the metahuman version of this. You know, I think we could adjust this jaw. There you go. Pretty good. Duck. So super, you know, this is why Daz is so great. You could cover this guy with some feathers and like you could have a pretty realistic duck. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Okay, but in the meantime, let's jump back into Cinema 4D. You could do all of this in Blender 2. Necro from Daz. And I already textured this guy in another project, so I might pull in those materials. But check it out. Look what we got. 500. 800, 720. I mean, this like looks like quite good. You know what I mean? It looks quite good. So what do we need to do here? We need to do a bunch of kind of stuff to prep this guy. And actually what I was planning to do is just basically to, sorry, this is a disturbing image here. But I was planning to just take this dude's, whoa, look at that. See, who's seeing that? Oh, it's because, yeah, so this is why you don't want the head to move, because the head is actually, you know, connected to the body too. So if we click on these, here's all the blend shapes that have been added, which again is so freaking great. Properly named 52 blend shapes. Boom. We're gonna delete all the animation on these tracks that are moving the neck around. And you can see mocap driven, Z rotate, all that. We don't want any of that. That's garbage. So let's delete all these. And the nice thing was that it did put it on the eyelashes, the tear shape, all three, and the body. This looks like darn good. And here, it's gonna look even better when we open recent. Let's go grab these textures that I used to make the sexy thumbnail. Why is everything sexy on YouTube? Maybe I'm just making it sexy. Wide head. So let's grab everything except for these. And we're gonna start doing some replacements. See, teeth, body, face, 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 face. Where are you? Legs, legs. eye socket. Where are you, eye socket? So basically I'm just replacing these. And some of these have been, you'll see, have been made transparent. Okay, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. Sclera. I don't see eye socket. Interesting. Maybe there was no eye socket. Fingernails and toenails. And okay, and all that has been worth it because check this out. Boom. How does it look? Let's see. How does this fellow look? Ooh, he's starting to look real darn good. You know what I mean? We need to do a couple things here to make it look not stupid. You also need to increase the ray up. Pistolon. And then we got to take these eyelashes here. Let's copy this. Let's make sure that... Okay, hold on, head. We still got some, like, replacements that need doing here. Where's the eyelashes? See, eyelashes, look. We need good eyelashes. Refresh. Ooh, it's looking good. Ooh. And then, where was it? Where's that tear duct, baby? So let's go. Woo! Look what we got here. We got a really good looking head that looks really freaking clean. Talking to us. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty good. And I mean, once we do this, it's gonna be game over, you know what I mean? Come on. Once we do that, ooh, that doesn't look as good as I would want. What's the deal? Why doesn't that look as good? Face. Oh, the roughness for the face is not there, so we gotta go into our Daz folder here. Necromancer. See, we went and gathered all the textures, and look at all these textures. There's so many textures. Face R. There we go. That's looking better. Is there like a speck? I don't know what that W is. Look, there's a SSS. There's a subsurface. Ooh, I mean, can we play with that? That would be under transmission. So let's go to diffuse. Transmission. SSS, baby. No way. Is this gonna work? Probably does, but I don't like the way it looks. Forget that. Don't need transmission. Yeah, that looks good. And then let's play at full speed. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And so what I was planning on doing here, wow, that looks really good. If I go to head and I turn down the opacity, oh mama. Okay, he doesn't have the back of his head either. I don't think we need the back of his head though. Because we're gonna be adding this guy to a scene that is already there. This looks really good. I just gotta say. So I think, you know, right, we're talking about workflows. Like, the Unreal workflow will end up giving you something that's better than this. Because it'll be a metahuman. If you know what you're doing and you're in Unreal and you're really good at Unreal, then like metahumans are gonna be the tops, right? In a way, they're gonna be limited because they're more focused on realism. But this is a pretty good result, and it's not in Unreal, and it will work with Rokoko mocap. In fact, let's put that to the test right now. And then the last thing, of course, we would do, if we subdivide this, it just really starts looking pretty good. Excuse me. You could even put hairs on this guy, like micro hairs, but that, oh. Well, wait. Oh. I don't think we need a diffuse. Here. Yeah, never mind. This alpha, this needs the tier line alpha. Daz, Necromancer, tier alpha, head, eyes. Where's the tier? Bother. Did I delete it? Oh, it's still here at least. Should be. No, it's not. Bother. I know that it exists though. Well, it's okay. We don't really need it right now. I mean, that would be for like super. Oh, there. Look. Oh, wow. Look at that. Just the eye isolated. Bizarre. That's the tear duct. Oh, that's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. Let's re-import that guy, because I know that tear duct was in those materials. Okay, and then we'll delete basically the animation on our character, and then we will just have the blend shapes, and we can link it up to Daz, or we can link it up to Rokoko mocap, and we could stream in some motion capture. 102. I think we'll keep going, and I want to set up this scene a little bit here. So look at this. Tear duct. This is what we need. This is an alpha. Copy. Let's go back to the alpha here. Paste. And now, that tear duct coming correct. looks right. Ooh, looking so good. Looking so crispy. Save, baby. Necro, it's time to leave. Okay, so this looks great. I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna prep like a good character file, because that's what you do when you are building characters to use long term. And in that sense, we are going to go through and we are going to delete all this mocap, or all these keyframes rather. Animation, delete track, and then all these, animation, delete track, all of these, animation, delete track, and then what we're also going to do is grab all these blend shapes, delete all this animation, and then we'll see actually if that was the right thing or not. And I think what we should be left with after this finishes thinking. Look at that guy. He looks so good. I love it when there's a little image left up in Octane that looks so good. Look at him. AAA face right there. AAA necromancer face. Happy we saved. Cinema's thinking. It will either come back to us or we will kill it off and keep cruising. We might have to kill it off. Do I still have all the hips selected? That might have been not a good idea. Boom, let's kill it. Come on. We got things to do. Pumped to make this render though. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Pretty cool. And yeah, the idea was basically just to take the head and plop it onto a character in a suit, in like a hazmat suit. But you could also add mocap to the Daz character, right? Which is what we're gonna try and do, I think, right now. See if we can get this working. We should. Cinema, let's go, let's go, let's go. Thinking. There we go. Okay. Let's bring back in our dude, Necro from Daz. And then I think we'll try live streaming, maybe, into cinema. We'll see. Depends on if Rokoko Studio wants to behave or not. Okay, so again, we got all this. Look at all this garbage we got on here. So we need to grab all these, do the same thing again. We are going to delete all the keyframes on these skeleton tracks. And in Cinema, this is how I do it. Select all the joints, animation, delete track. $700. 300. Grab all these guys, right? This is always scary when you do it this way, but I think this is a good way to do it. Maybe it's not. I'm sure that it would come out of this eventually, but I don't know if I want to wait around for it to think its way through this. This is bad. This is bad CG. Ah, okay, good. There we go. And then I'm just gonna delete these completely. Don't need these at all. And now, let's open back up Rokoko Studio, and we should kind of have something that just works. And if we add Rokoko tags, you can see they're all automatically filled out completely. Oh, this is why it's so nice to do this method. It's like expensive. It's a little bit of a bummer, but you know, you end up with something that's like really usable. Capes, no, we're not looking at capes. This is a fun tutorial. We have a bunch of new tutorials coming out, not all Cinema 4D for sure. What's going on, X4 Lovey? Projects. Oh golly. Where's my latest project? Might need to refresh. Change plans or something. Sometimes that happens. Hopefully I didn't lose my project. That would really be a bumski. We might just kind of call it here if so. It needs to finish updating or something. So I think we're gonna call it there. This was really great. Or we can, no, let's pilot it live. Let's pilot it live. Okay, hold on. Let me go here. And open up Rokoko face capture. Let's connect. There we go. Let's go to live stream, and we need to turn on a custom port here for Rokoko to work. We open up the manager. Activate. There we go. We got Sam. Look what we got. We are live piloting this character. Hi. Oh my gosh. And we can record directly to the timeline. Let's record something. Oh my God. This is crazy. Ooh, oh yeah. Bake at 0. Look what we got here. Baked to the sweet timeline. And if we turn off all frames, or we just want to see it full speed, there we go. So we could pull this character into Unreal or whatever it is, and now we just have a character that like is ready to receive motion capture. So great. Quick question from X4 Lovey. I have a quick question from the website. There's a suit with full cloth picture that have gloves on it, but I can see you can also buy gloves separately. The suit, so you can buy the suit. It does come without the gloves, so you need to get a glove and suit bundle. in order to get the suit and the gloves. So look for the Rokoko, look for the suit and glove bundle, and you'll actually save some money too on both of them, right? It's a bundle price. I'm debating getting a Sony Mocopi. Yeah, totally. And I kind of want to figure out facial mocap options. Yeah, so it does work with Rokoko. That is, we've partnered with Sony for Mocopi, which is coming and is going to be a huge disruptor, I think. It'll be interesting to see, you know, because it also disrupts us a little bit. I think it's not gonna have the same quality and especially upgrades that the suit is gonna continue to have, but it's gonna be great. And it doesn't have hands, but for both face and hands, you can get a Mocopi system, then get a pair of smart gloves and use our facial motion capture, and you can export that out to a VTube character, and that would be a great way to do it. So yeah, Mocopi is going to be super interesting. I haven't played with it personally, so I can't say anything, but it looks great. It's very cheap. You can combine it with our gloves, like pretty great. So I would, yeah, I think that is reliable. If you're ever looking at buying Rokoko hardware, book a one-on-one demo with our team. You can ask all these questions that you have, anything specific, and I think it's just a great way to kind of dot all your I's and make sure it's going to work for your workflow, because we don't just want to sell suits. We want to sell suits to people who are going to, where it helps their workflow, not angers them. We don't like doing that. And the suit is not for every workflow. So book a one-on-one demo. They're free. We have a great team who will walk you through any specific questions you have. Cool. Okay, we're going to call it right there. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll be back next week, I think. Pretty sure. And it should be fun. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.